Hi Libra, welcome back to your Moon in Capricorn, New Moon in Capricorn reading for December 23rd, 2022. We're having a look at what the new cycle is coming in for you. New moons bring in new cycles. The last full moon that we had closed out a cycle. And again, I'm working with the major arcana to kind of navigate what we are dealing with on an internal level that the external level might be trying to show us or tell us. And you have the moon. So the moon card is a very psychic card. It's very intuitive. It's about the subconscious. And it can be fears that come up so that we can have a look at them, so we can be aware of them. Once we're aware of them, they no longer have a hold on us. So that's what I mean by the subconscious coming up. Sometimes you have a reaction to something that is, there's no logical reason for it, except that there may have been something in the past that you have lived that kind of resides in your subconscious and comes up whenever it's triggered. It's that kind of energy. But it's also things that are not 100% revealed. There's some fogginess around them, that kind of energy. And again, very connected, psychic, intuitive energies. I know a lot of Libras that are very practical, but they have some amazing psychic energy. And it's probably because they know how to balance their energy, because they are the balance sign, the scales, always looking for balance, trying to maintain balance. Okay, so let's see what's coming in for you, and we will link it to the moon as we go along. All right, so you have the Page of Swords. That's my Taurus card. This is the Detective card. We are searching and looking for information that can help us to clear our thinking, to clear our thoughts. So in that case, the moon is making things unclear right now. We can't find the clarity for something specific that we're trying to deal with. Let's see if we can find out what that is. So the Page of Swords uses his sword to wipe away the clouds so that he can have some clear thinking, and works pretty hard at doing it. This is my Taurus card. Don't know if I said that already. So that's what I mean by they work pretty hard to do that. You have the Seven of Wands. So this is sort of defending ourselves. But we're doing it from a high stance. As you can see, the wands below him are trying to knock him down from his position. They simply cannot, because he has a higher vantage point, a higher view. And oddly enough, that's also happening in the Page of Swords card here. He's also on higher ground. So you are supposed to persevere, regardless of not being able to see things 100% clearly, because I think that comes, and that may come in the next 2 weeks, or it could be the entire cycle that you have to deal with. But in any case, you will work hard to deal with any situations that you are unclear about. I kind of want to see why you are defending yourself. Six of Cups. These are things from the past, people from the past, situations from the past that come forward again to have another look at. It's also the Sharing is Caring card, but I can't understand why somebody would have to defend themselves for sharing something. Unless you weren't supposed to. But I don't think Libra does that too often. Let's see. But it can be people in situations from the past that come back that kind of you have to deal with again. And I'm not sure if Mercury is in retrograde. I think it is. And that usually is a time when the Six of Cups really becomes pronounced. I do think it is in retrograde. How are you dealing with this situation? Okay, you have the Three of Swords. Get another card there. And the Wheel of Fortune. Well, the Wheel of Fortune is sometimes you're at the top of the wheel, sometimes you're at the bottom. It is momentum that is building here, and I definitely feel that with the first set of cards. And like I said, you'll be working very hard to figure out or to do a lot of detective work or research, that kind of energy, to figure out the best way to deal with this situation. And I do feel like momentum is building with this. It is also the card of life is a gamble. So I'm not 100, or perhaps you feel like it's not 100% sure that what you find out is going to work out for you with the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is separation, the feeling of separation, heartache. It can be bad weather even. So if you're traveling, you could encounter some difficult weather. You could encounter some unhappy emotions, maybe with yourself or with other people, fellow travelers, that kind of thing. But it looks like it's a gamble. Let's go further. Let's look at the whole picture and we'll put it all together. I think with the Moon card there, all the information is not available to you. But as time goes on, I think that you will get that information that you need. Yeah, you have the Nine of Pentacles here, which is a really nice card, one of my favorites. It's a strong, independent woman who, through her own hard work and sometimes inheritance, lives a really nice life. This is somebody who appreciates workmanship and beauty and craftsmanship just for the sake that someone has that ability to do it. But it is a strong, independent person. You have the Hierophant with this one, so we're looking at large organizations, schools, governments, hospitals, any organization, that kind of thing. I do want to get another one with that. It's very often that organizations, is sort of like asking permission. So you may need to deal with permission slips, with filling out forms, that kind of information. Okay, it looks like you're going to get some information that comes in through larger organizations. It could be on a financial level that you have to, that you're dealing with here. So I don't know why, but property and property taxes just popped into my head. You have the Moon again. So again, there's this feeling of really not seeing or what's going on. There is some obscurities here. And I think you're going to get partial information. Because the Hierophant, I would say at least in the next 2 weeks, you'll get partial information. The Hierophant, if you have a look at the card here, holds up 2 fingers and doesn't reveal the entire hand. So maybe you ask for information, you only get partial information, or you get partial go ahead or okay permission through larger organizations, but it feels partial to me, especially with the Moon, because again, there's something that's not completely revealed. But with the Moon, you also have an intuitive feeling about it. So what isn't completely offered in the open hand, you can feel on an intuitive level. This can have something to do with the past, things that you're dealing with in the from the past, people, situations, that kind of thing. All right. So I really would like to do another one for the 10, for the Wheel of Fortune and the Three of Swords. You have the King of Pentacles. This can be somebody that you were separated from, somebody that, this could be the person that comes back. This is more of it's a kinder energy, but it doesn't have to be. It can also be just situations that come back from the past. But it's usually my sharing is caring card, so there is a sharing feeling with this card. The King of Pentacles, however, is quite focused on his finances. And so, indeed, if there was a separation, perhaps, and you're dealing with with divvying up property or that kind of thing. Not everything is revealed just yet. If you are dealing with somebody who is dealing with health issues, that can also be the case where we don't know everything just yet. But there's a feeling there with the moon. I want you to really pay attention because that is what's guiding you at this moment. That's your base card. And if you feel like there's something not right, you're probably correct. If you feel that there's information missing, I also feel that you're probably correct. You could be dealing with hospitals here with the Three of Swords, and somebody could be unwell. That's also a possibility. It's a general reading, so it really depends on your situation here. Although you are trying to find clarity, you are trying to get the information that you need, but I do feel that it's only partial. Some of it's being held back. This can be, I really do feel like this is more on a financial level, especially with the King and the Nine of Pentacles. So it does feel more like a financial situation to me. And it could be something that you had to deal with from the past that is coming back, that you have to deal with it again. You thought you were finished with it, but it doesn't seem to be the case here. What does Spirit want you to know? You have the Three of Wands. So for me, this is allies. These are people who, it's kind of like searching for an ally. But the reading here that on this particular card, it does say foresight. And for me, that makes sense with the Moon card because you have this feeling about it. It's almost like you can see it happening in front of you. There can be people, and this could be the King of Pentacles, who will be helpful to your situation. This could be bankers. This can be doctors. So people who are usually very focused on finance and health. They are also people who have, if it was the Queen of Pentacles, I would absolutely say yes. But, you know, those are the nurses. This could be the doctors. But you do seem to have an ally, and there is slow progression here, is my feeling. And I say that because of the moon, simply because we have to kind of feel our way in the dark with this for a little bit longer. But there's some progress, and that's good for the next 2 weeks. Okay, I'm going to leave it there. I hope this has been helpful. I do think this will be, excuse me, continued with the full moon. And I would say, yeah, there's some slow progression here, for sure. You are going to kind of have to be relying on your intuitive faculties. Thanks for listening. I'll be back in 2 weeks with a full moon reading. Hope this has been helpful. I do the dailies, and I am probably going to start the journaling in January. So if you're interested in that, I will put out a separate video. Thanks for listening. I appreciate it. Take good care. Bye.